Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Misplaced Garage. So this car, the transmission is feeling kind of goofy. I don't know if it's a clutch problem or what, but I'm gonna go ahead and change the fluid in it. I've got 3 quarts here, and then I've got another, probably about a quart down there of red line. I would have rather gone with red line, but Valvoline will do. I didn't want to pay the price of red line, and I also didn't want to have to wait for it, because you only can really buy red line online when you're looking for something that specific. Also, if I sound kind of funny in this video, it's because there's a bunch of wildfires around me, and the air quality is at like 200 on the scale, so it's pretty bad out here, but still out here having fun in the garage. Now that I've got the transmission draining under there, I think I'm going to leave that draining for a minute. At least the fluid is still red and not really dark and stuff, but manual transmissions tend to stay red for the most part, so you don't really know if it's good or not unless you change it, kind of thing. But take apart that shifter in there so then I can get ready to add new fluid to it. So I legitimately cannot get this shifter out. I've removed all of the necessary bolts to remove it, but it is legitimately stuck onto the transmission housing. So I think I'm going to leave it on there for now. I'm going to put all the bolts back in just to make sure that's okay. But what I'm going to do next is just run a line down to the fill hole, put the end of the tube in there, put a funnel on the top, and literally just pour it in from the top. That's my next best idea, because I don't want to go buy a fluid transfer pump. That kind of sucks. I guess I hope I never have to take the shifter off, because that thing is actually seized on there. I have crafted a beer bong. Just kidding. This is actually just to fill the transmission, and it's gonna be extremely slow going, but that is okay. I'd rather do that than try and rip that shifter off and then probably not be able to get it back on. So I'm gonna slip this in the side of the transmission into the fill hole and slowly fill it up, I guess, and hope it doesn't leak. Alrighty, well that was extremely inconvenient and took like 20 minutes to fill the transmission, but it's filled now, so that's good. Feels pretty nice. I mean, it's relatively similar to how it used to feel, but I personally feel better now knowing that there is fresh fluid in there. So I did kind of drop the ball in the last couple days of video, but I'm trying to get there. I missed last Friday's, but I'm really trying. I did get the transmission fluid changed in this car, along with I adjusted a bunch of the exhaust flanges and stuff to see if I can limit that exhaust leak sound, and I think I did. I haven't got the car out of the garage yet, but what I want to do next is take these American Muscle hubcaps out. I want to clean the wheels and throw some wax on them. I have these snake ones to put in the middle. I think these will look better. It'll be a lot of snakes on there, but whatever, I kind of like these. And then I also think I want to move this motorcycle sideways against the wall. As you can see, I put my heater up there for the winter time. I think that'll be a much better spot, as long as it doesn't cook whatever car is here, but I think it should be okay. But yeah, I want to get this motorcycle turned. And before you think I'm stupid for putting a motorcycle with a gas tank below a heater, I always empty the gas tank before I ever use the heater, because by the time motorcycle riding is over with, the heater gets used like a month or two after. I always remember. Anyways, this motorcycle might actually not be in here for a little bit, but nonetheless, this is here for the moment just to keep it out of my way. I'm kind of tired of the orientation of it for a little bit, so I'm gonna put it here, leave it there for a little while. I also think, since I'm kind of rearranging stuff in the garage, I've decided that I'm going to be moving this stuff a little bit. I don't like where the welder sits because it's too heavy for the plastic box. The plastic box is nice, but it kind of just, since it sags so much in the middle, you can't open and close it very easily. I think I can make this area a little bit nicer. But before I do all that, I'm going to take the wheels off and give them a good clean, and then put some wax on them, so then while I'm doing all that other stuff, this will dry, and then I can do the other side kind of thing. And yeah, roast me if you really want to. This is a massive tire for a car that has like 300 horsepower. This was all for the looks. I mean, this thing is massive. It's a 315 35 on a 17-inch rim, and this is a 275. Like, this is a standard width for a Mustang, but the 315 just looks so good. And so Jaskar needs about 30 minutes to dry, so I'm gonna let it dry for about 30 minutes, maybe a little longer, just to really get it bonded to the surface. But yeah, 30 minutes, and then I should be able to put Colonite on in about an hour. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's about right. Maybe I'll wait longer, maybe I'll just leave the Jaskar on there for now. I don't know, but 30 minutes at the minimum, and I'll be good to go. I'm gonna work on this area. So if you followed along with my other videos, my Spitfire ones to be exact, you know I've used this welder a lot. I actually have really come to like this welder. It does one thing really well, and that is pretty much just 1/8" steel, and that's pretty much it. Mild 1/8" steel, this thing rocks at it. I've built quite a few things with it, never to have a weld fail yet. Not saying that it won't, but I'm saying that I haven't yet. We'll see once I start putting the Triumph under actual engine stress. We'll see, and Spitfire videos should commence here soon, in about a month or so, and I can get that car in here. I can put these two outside for the winter, and then I can work on that car over the winter. And I'm sure a lot of you will be happy to hear that, because I've got a lot of questions regarding when the Spitfire is coming back, which is shortly. Meant to be the most heavy-duty thing that I've ever built in my entire life, but it's just supposed to take the stress off of this stupid plastic thing, because it can't handle the sauce, I guess. That's the only explanation that I can come up with. So now I'm here. Bada boom, bada bing, now I can access all this stuff right here, including the outlet. That's a major game changer, being able to access my outlet. It's a little wobbly, but it'll do. Polished up these center caps because they're a little crusty, threw some Jaskar on there, so it's good to go. Got these wheels all dialed in as well. Maybe some Colonite on those. It looks like it's getting massively windy out there and stormy. Oh, whatever. Hope for a thunderstorm, that'd be kind of cool. But if you guys can't tell, I also installed a window in my garage door to give a little more natural light in here. Not sure if you guys can notice the difference, but it's least noticeable to me, so that's cool. Now for the piece to resist on. I think. Something tells me it's supposed to go in farther than that. Well, I've got some rather sad news. The snake emblems, hubcaps, don't fit. And the reason is because, I'm not sure if I can show this correctly here, but this fork on this thing, I'm gonna call it a fork, I don't know what the right name is, maybe a prong. This prong is longer in depth than these ones. I'm not sure what constitutes the difference between them, but that is the problem, unfortunately. So, guess these will hang on the wall until I have a set of wheels to put them in.